Strategies for the urban transformation of Jack London Square. Please.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Kushal Modi. I am from India. My thesis is called Connectivity, Integration, Adaptability, Three Strategies for the Urban Transformation of Jack London Square neighborhood in Oakland, California. So today I'm going to talk about how Jack London Square neighborhood has the potential to attract major investments, integrate housing growth, and demonstrate a way to deal with the imminent sea level rise due to global climate change. But I'm also going to talk about how Jack London has the potential to represent Oakland as its main connection hub for the region as well as the Bay in general. By 2060, California is expected to add about 15 million people in population to its existing tally of 38 million. In half of that time frame, 2030, the Bay Area is supposed to add 2 million people from its to its tally of 7 million people. So the challenge here would be to accommodate this surge of population within the existing boundaries of urbanization. And it is essential to identify potential priority development areas that can actually attract growth and investment. Secondly, we live in the Bay and the sea level rise is imminent, and the diagram here shows all the infrastructure along the shoreline that is prone to this inundation. The challenge here would be to identify investment opportunities that can offset the cost of improving such infrastructure along the shoreline. And lastly, Oakland being the third biggest city in the Bay Area, it was denied a high-speed rail stop in the larger high-speed rail alignment. In the current configuration, Oakland will have to depend on spur service to San Jose and Stockton in order to connect to the high-speed rail alignment to LA. The challenge here would be to improve this aspect of connectivity and use it as a leverage to attract growth. Now, Jack London can provide this opportunity to challenge the three challenges of growth, sea level rise, and connectivity. Jack London has a substantial amount of underutilized parcels, which can be incentivized for development. It is also located in the central East Bay region, which allows it to represent Oakland as a main connection terminal. It also is next to the waterfront, which means that it has this opportunity to address the imminent sea level rise issue. Now, according to the One Bay Area plan, which was recently passed, the Oakland downtown and the Jack London Square priority development area is expected to add 10,000 residential units by 2030. And by 2030. Now, prior to this, a similar movement endorsed by former Mayor Jerry Brown was also successful in adding 10,000 units to this area. But it was successful, yet it did not really address improving or integration of the public realm. So, in order to have a comprehensive growth for this neighborhood, it is essential that we follow a framework that can guide us towards future actions. And this framework has been delineated from an intensive site study, and it depends on three issues. Number one is connectivity, number two is integration, and number three is adaptability. I identify connectivity as the physical state and quality of being connected with the immediate as well as the distant context. Integration as thriving of different yet cohesive human-centric activities that can contribute towards a diverse and dynamic neighborhood, and adaptability as a sustainable approach towards rising sea levels for the coming century. Now, talking about connectivity issues for the site, the two main barriers, the I-880 freeway and the Union Pacific Railroad, limit access to the neighborhood as well as the waterfront. The freeway entrance and exit ramps, along with the barred right-of-way, block multiple streets and they do not allow them to go through. The streets east of Webster are limited by the railroad, and they do not go through to the shoreline. Also, the streets that do go through are frequently blocked by commuter trains and long freight trains, bringing the pedestrian as well as vehicular traffic to a standstill. The warehouse cluster on the eastern end limits access to the channel as well. About moving on to the issues related to integration, Jack London performs quite poorly in terms of integrating demographics in the region. In terms of its family structure and income, 60 to 75% units, people who live there belong to a non-family household, and almost 75 to 100% of households have no kids. The recent developments that were built here were all market rate units, and that's why they have created a shortage of affordable housing in the region. And this has led to an income disparity between Jack London Square and the rest of the neighborhood. The produce market, for better or worse, has a very inherent part of this neighborhood, but unfortunately it is bound to move just in the same way as it moved many years ago from 12th and Webster to Jack London due to rising land prices and demand for better land utilization. For sea level rise, in the site, this is the mapping of the 55-inch sea level rise inundation. The infrastructure that are at threat is the at-grade freeway and the